Do you think it comes down to fear a lot of times?
I do. I mean, you think about but I want to be careful when I say that because ultimately so much comes back to human psychology. And just based on evolution, we're going to be designed to, we grew up in a scarce world. And so
Yeah.
our psychology is primed to believe that things are scarce and that
Right.
I'm going to lose my job and I'm not going to be able to pay for this. I think that's a lot of what we see with the fear of AI is like, but I've been doing this thing. This is how I make a life. And what if it goes away? And that's where, so much of the role of the leader is to try to create a space where you can get past that fear or not feel that fear.
And the courage and comfort that come with taking action towards something that matters instead of hunkering down and being afraid. And that's really the leadership that gives permission to go into that other space.
I'd be interested to go a little bit farther on this of what your experiences have been of that fear. Because one of the things, my formative experience in aerospace and in leadership and development was at SpaceX, and I've interviewed some of the previous folks there. And one of the things that I always ask is, how do you get people to talk about problems openly and surface them? We're going to talk a little bit about this later too. And they almost, in such a small area like SpaceX, sometimes I feel like they don't necessarily have a good answer because by virtue of kind of how SpaceX is known and the hiring process and the rigor and everything, it's just like the people who are there don't have that fear. And so it's just like, hey, we just talk about it. It's not something. How common is that fear in your experience when you're working in other organizations? And is it usually something that does need to get past?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's pervasive. I think for the same attitude of scarcity, if you think about the leader of a kind of boots on the ground team that's doing something, that person probably feels like they're not in the most stable position in the world, that they want to keep that job or they want to move up. And they're not sure if the people above them will really approve it if they do something kind of crazy. Yeah. And if they fail, if they give people under them a chance, and it doesn't work out, are they going to be okay? And so then that leader of that group is unlikely to wholeheartedly support the people on the team to say when things are wrong or to really try things that are crazy and might fail. Might succeed wildly, but could fail because of the threat to their own position. And so anytime there's a little hesitancy on the part of the leadership to listen or to accept or to risk, then for sure the team is not going to feel safe to do it.